So Fred, as much as you are participating in this outcome and this aspiration for people, they also have to participate in it also, too.
Right. Yeah, you have to take responsibility for what you're doing. If you don't take responsibility, if you think you're going to avoid responsibility for your actions, you're going to fail. That's my opinion. You're absolutely going to fail. In my experience in life, people that did not accept responsibility for what they were doing, you know, like say, if you had a company, if anybody here has a company, and you're hiring all these people, and the person that you're paying a good salary for, and they're getting medical coverage, and they have insurance and everything, and they're working in doing a job for you, if they're not taking responsibility for what they're doing, do you want them working for you? No, I wouldn't. Are you gonna? And in order to be honest for yourself about what you're doing, to have the right outcome, you have to take responsibility. In other words, if you're going to go on a fast, and you don't want to listen to the fasting practitioner that's putting you on a fast, you better take responsibility for what you're doing. Otherwise, you're in for a real surprise. It's like anything else. Or if you want to train to run a marathon, and you don't want to do due diligence and do research and how to train correctly, well, you'll find out, if you never did one before, about between 20 and 23 miles, you're going to find out that what you should have did, that you're in for a real surprise. I remember once I ran into a guy that said to me, yeah, he was going to run a, under 6-minute marathon. I said, oh, I thought the guy was an experienced runner. And this was a long time ago. And I met him at the park, and he said, he says, Freddie, you want to run with me? I said, okay. Now, he was a lot younger than I did. I said, okay. If you're going too fast for me, just, I don't want to hold you back. Just go on off and run. And we were running through a very hilly course there. So what happened is that I said, how far are you going to run? He said, 8 miles. I said, okay. So we took off running, and we were running about, I guess it was about 1.5 miles, and I figured the guy was warming up, because we were going to run some rugged hills. Well, that was it. That's what he was doing. So then when we stopped, I was very surprised. I seen him looking at his watch, and he said, wow, we did pretty good. He said, we just broke 6-minute miles. Well, I didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings, but he was actually running slow. He didn't realize, instead of running 6 miles, he ran about 4.5 miles, because I knew that course frontwards and backwards. So when the marathon come up in November, New York City Marathon, he didn't even, I don't think he made it to the 18-mile mark. So that's about, accepting responsibility for what you're doing. If you don't accept responsibility for what you're doing, there's a good chance you're not going to have the right outcome. That's really the important thing. And the thing is that I think it's very important that we learn from our mistakes. I probably made every mistake a person could have made along this journey. And I'm very happy that I made all those mistakes. You know why? Because it's like having somebody slap you in the face. The next time, you duck. If you don't duck, the guy might have a closed fist and knock a couple of your teeth out. So the key is to learn from your mistakes. That's a graphic explanation, but you want to learn from your mistakes. I'm still learning from my mistakes.